Hi everyone, I'm Shelly from There's No Place Like Home at redheadmom8.wordpress.com. When it comes to homeschooling, I am all about keeping the home in it instead of focusing so much on the school. So if you've been here before, you might have seen me mention Natural Speller a few times because that is actually what we've been using to address spelling in our homeschool. And so what I decided to do today was I decided that I would give you a look inside Natural Speller so that you can see the sorts of things that are actually included. Because very often I've mentioned that I only use the lists. That's honestly all that I use in here, just because there are some activities which I'm going to go over with you in a little bit. And while the activities might be a great fit for some families, for our family, I found them to be just a bit overwhelming, especially considering the number of children that I have to homeschool. And I also felt that, at least in my opinion, I felt that they were too much like school. And I just wanted my kids to know how to spell correctly. And I wasn't so worried about them doing all sorts of schoolish assignments. But again, that is not to say anything bad about this book. It has excellent spelling lists in it, and I love to use them. It's very high quality. And again, it all comes down to what you prefer to do in your homeschool. And that's why I thought that since I have mentioned it so many times, I'll give you a little look into Natural Speller, and you can decide for yourself if you might want to use it. So I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so this right here is Natural Speller, and as I always say with all of my reviews, you can always tell the curriculums that are working for us because they do tend to be the ones that are a bit more dog-eared, and that is certainly the case with Natural Speller. Now, I'm just going to go over with you that it says complete for teaching grades 1 through 8. So there are spelling lists in here for grades 1st through 8th. But there are also spelling lists that are more for high school ages towards the end, which I'm going to show you in just a bit. So if you see in the table of contents here, each grade level has a word list, and then they have spelling and grammar skills that go with it. And then at the end, there are also additional activities such as general practice, dictionary skills, grammar skills, building vocabulary, and writing. Now, the list that I was talking about that you could also use for high school there is a chart of Greek word parts and meanings and word lists from Greek word parts, and those could certainly be used in a high school setting. And there's also word lists from words with Latin roots as well. But anyway, so this is the part that I use. Yeah, you can tell that like this is really beat up. I think somebody actually dumped water on it. But anyway, this is the part that I use of this book. If you look, it says grades 1 and 2. My kindergartner has insisted that she would like to be a part of it too, so I have been giving her just about five words a week, but generally speaking, I wouldn't really give spelling words to my kindergartner. And I've been just giving her words right off of this list right here, the grades 1 and 2. But anyway, all that I do is I take 10 words from the list. I write them down in a composition book at the beginning of the week for each of my children. I give them 10 new words from the word list for their grade. And all they do is write those words 3 times each every day that week. Except it would be 4 days a week because we have a nature study day. So they write their words 3 times each, 4 times a week. That is the extent of our spelling. But I just wanted to give you a glimpse at what these word lists look like. You know, they have them categorized. So up here you have sight, sound pattern, 1 vowel with a short sound, 1 vowel short sound, vowel R, AR, and so on. So this is really what all of the word lists look like. After that, wow, my kids really messed this up. So right here, we have spelling and grammar skills. And they give you little ideas on things that you can do for spelling. And it's talking about practicing spelling rules, sorry, and it shows you how to add a noun or an S to make them plural. And of course, these are really good ideas for you to use with your kids when they're learning plurals. So, and it's showing you that it's like bring, brings, bringing, brought, not bringed. So it points those things out to you. Again, I specifically don't use these. I just find that it's more natural just to point these things out as my kids are doing their normal writing. But it is in here. And right here, there are just different ideas. You have ideas for capitalization, periods. Here it says students should practice using a dictionary. So there's practice dictionary skills, alphabetize, count syllables in a word, antonyms and synonyms. So if you have visited my channel before, you probably are understanding now why I think that it's a little bit too schoolish. Not to say that it's bad, but it's just not a good fit for us, at least those particular activities. But these word lists, again, here's the grade 3 one. The word lists are excellent. And it's really handy because, you know, I used to write our own word lists. Like I would just find words like from books that we were reading or just from different areas. And I would make my own word lists for my kids every week. And it's so much easier for me just to have them all in one place. They're already written out. All I do is gather the next 10. It's as simple as that for me. And that's how I like things. I like them simple. So here in grade 3, you have some more activities to do with your kids. Here it's practice irregular plurals, practice using apostrophes to show possession, practice the following dictionary skills, alphabetize by first, second, and third letter, identify guide words, and again, just different things that you can do with your kids with the words. And it just, you know, they're all generally speaking about the same sort of thing. It just goes by the level. You know, they get a little bit harder as they go on. And they're just giving you little ideas. And that's really what these word lists look like. And that's what these activities look like that they give for you, these activity ideas. Now over here, for example, it says, give the student a list of prefixes and the endings listed above. Have him write the spelling word and additional forms of the word, checking his word in a dictionary. Use this new list for testing. And that's another thing I don't do. I don't give spelling tests either. I just have them write the words. And I found that that is very, very effective, writing the words 3 times each. And I also do, I will go through the list and I will have them read the words to me. And then I ask them if they know what each of the words means. And they just have to say yes or no. But if I'm ever thinking that maybe one of them might be trying to fool me and they're saying yes for everything and they might not understand it, I do tell them, if we get to a word that I'm pretty sure they don't know, I will tell them, if you tell me yes, you understand it, I'm going to ask you what it means. So they know that I'm on to them at those times. So that really works for us. It's just, do you know what this means? They've been very honest about yes or no. If they don't understand it, I just explain to them what it means. And it's really that simple. Now I just wanted to go to the back here. There are some additional activities to do with your kids. So spelling activities for grades 1 through 8. And these are more ideas. So like here it says, keep a spelling notebook, write your spelling list and the date, which we do that. Write and save assignments, have a page to list any words you misspell, and so on and so forth. Here, write a sentence for each spelling word. Practice spelling each word by writing it correctly 5 times. Write each word in syllables. Write the rule for the pattern used to group the spelling words. Here's ideas for dictionary skills. So alphabetize a list of spelling words. Next to each spelling word, write F for front, A to G, M for middle, H to P, or B for back, Q to Z, to indicate where in the dictionary you would look for each word. And again, just more ideas for practicing dictionary skills. There are ideas. It does incorporate grammar into that. So there are grammar skills in here that you could use also. So you could use this instead of also using a grammar book. If you do use a grammar book, you could just use this. It includes both spelling and grammar. And then just some more building vocabulary activities. Oh, and also writing activities too. So yeah, for those of you who really prefer to have some sort of curriculum for those areas, this is a nice book for that. And I will say that it is part of the Design a Study guide. There are several Design a Study guides that you can get, and this is just one of them. But I know that a lot of people really do like them. And then here we just have word lists by category. And it's the same words that are in the rest of the book, but they're just listed by categories, like abbreviations, calendar words, color words, measurements, number words, and so on. And this is just those word lists by category. Here we have foreign words, review words, and now here, this is what I was talking about. It says Greek word parts. Sorry, let me move this. Greek word parts, grades 7 to 8 plus. And that's what I'm talking about. Whoops. That's what I'm talking about with the plus. These can definitely be used for high school because what they do is they show you the word part and then they show you the meaning. So for example, right here we have demo, and the meaning is people, and the word we use it in, or a word that we use it in, is democracy. So there are Greek ones like this, and there are also Latin ones like this as well. Yeah, so here we are. Spelling with a Latin root. And it's the same thing. I think that the page before this is where they start with the prefixes. Yeah. So the Latin roots and the meanings, and then we go on to the actual word list with the Latin roots. So yeah, you can use these for older kids too. It doesn't stop just at 8th grade. And here are also activities using Latin roots. So it's very thorough. This book is very thorough. I think that if I was homeschooling one child, I might be more likely to use the activities in here because not all of them are really schoolish. Some of them actually do sound like they might be interesting. I think it's just a matter of how I would manage things with so many kids. But if you only have 1 or 2 kids that you're homeschooling, I think that you would definitely be okay using these. There are some teaching aids in the back to help you if you don't remember everything. Just ways to practice the rules. Adding SES, IES shows you how to write letters, business letters, friendly letters, and so on. And so that is really, and as you can tell, this is a very thorough book. I think that for the right homeschooling family, this could really be a great resource. But again, I cannot vouch enough for the fact that the spelling lists in this book, the spelling lists alone are worth buying this book, honestly. So anyway, I just wanted to show that to you so that you would have a better idea of what I'm talking about when I bring up Natural Speller. But that's all that I have for you today. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet and would like to hear more of what I have to say, I would love if you would do that. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave one down below. And if you like my work, you can check out my Patreon page and see what I have for my patrons there. And I hope you have a great day.